Anxiety has a way of sneaking into the middle of your day. Maybe you're at your desk, emails piling up, when suddenly your chest tightens and your thoughts start racing. Or you're in line for coffee and feel your heart skip, your stomach flutter, your mind spiraling through what-ifs. The world looks normal around you, but inside it feels like an alarm bell is ringing nonstop. Here's the truth. Anxiety isn't just in your head. It lives in your body, in your breath, in your heartbeat, in the tension of your muscles. And when the body stays locked in that fight or flight mode, your mind has no choice but to follow. That's why telling yourself, just calm down, almost never works. But there's a simple, powerful way to guide your body back to calm, through acupressure. By stimulating specific points with your hands, you send a direct signal to your nervous system. It's safe now. You can relax. In this video, I'll walk you through 4 practical acupressure points that help relieve daytime anxiety, steady your breath, and clear your mind. They're easy to find, subtle enough to use anywhere, at work, in the car, even during a quick break, and they take only a few minutes. Before we dive in, make a choice for yourself. Stay until the end and try this out with me. If you notice even a small shift, a deeper breath, a softer chest, a calmer mind, support this channel by subscribing, tapping the notification bell, and sharing this video with someone who struggles with anxiety too. Let's begin. Where it is. To find Naguan, turn your palm upward. Place 3 fingers across your wrist just above the crease. Right where your 3rd finger lands, between the 2 central tendons running up your forearm, there's a small groove. Press gently, and you'll notice it's a little tender. That's the point. It's mirrored on both arms, so you can work with either side. Make sure you're in the middle, not drifting too far inside or outside of the tendons. Otherwise, you'll miss the spot. Why it helps. Daytime anxiety doesn't only live in your head. It shows up in the body. Maybe your chest feels tight, as if someone strapped a belt around it. Maybe your stomach flips, or your throat catches, making it hard to take a deep breath. Naguan acts like a quick-release switch for this inner pressure. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's known for calming the heart, smoothing the flow of energy, and quieting the stomach. In modern terms, it helps regulate your nervous system so your breath steadies and your body believes it's safe. People use it to ease panic attacks, to stop that sudden wave of unease, and to restore a clear, steady state of mind. How to use it. Rest your forearm on a desk, a table, or your lap, palm up. Place your thumb directly on the point and wrap the rest of your fingers underneath for support, like you're gently holding your own arm. Press with firm but comfortable pressure, enough to notice, never so strong it hurts. Hold steady for 45 to 60 seconds, breathing slowly. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Exhale through your mouth for a count of 6 or even 8. The longer exhale tells your body to switch out of fight or flight. After holding, add micro pulses, tiny rhythmic presses, almost like imitating a calm heartbeat, for another 30 seconds. Then switch to the other arm and repeat. The whole process takes only 2 minutes. What you might feel. Often a natural sigh comes without you forcing it. Shoulders drop, chest feels looser, breath flows deeper. Some people yawn, others feel warmth moving through the arms, or even a light tingling in the hands. If anxious thoughts pop back in, don't fight them. Just bring your focus back to the sensation of your thumb pressing the point. When to use. Naguan is discreet, so you can use it almost anywhere. Before a meeting, when your nerves rise, while sitting in traffic, waiting in a line, during a stressful phone call, even right before boarding a plane. Anytime that wave of tightness or restlessness appears, just 1-2 minutes on this point can reset your system and help you face the moment with steadiness. Where it is. Turn your palm upward and look at your wrist. On the crease, in line with the pinky finger, there's a tiny hollow just inside the tendon. That's Shen Men. If you bend your wrist slightly, it's easier to feel the groove. This point exists on both hands, so you can work with either or both. Why it helps. Anxiety isn't only about tight chests and racing thoughts. It's also the emotional storm. Guilt, worry, self-blame, endless loops of what if. Shenmen is called the spirit gate because it opens a doorway to calm. Stimulating it soothes the connection between heart and mind, quiets agitation, and helps you let go of spiraling emotions. It's especially helpful if you feel shaky inside or restless without knowing why. How to use it. Place the thumb of one hand on the hollow of the opposite wrist. Wrap the other fingers underneath for support. Press gently but steadily, firm enough to feel the spot, but never so hard it hurts. Hold for 30 to 40 seconds, breathing in slowly through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Imagine the exhale carrying out tension with it. Then shift into small, gentle circles for another 30-40 seconds, as if you're slowly stirring water. Switch to the other wrist and repeat. Altogether, about 2 minutes of practice. What you might feel: a deep sigh, softer eyes, or a sudden yawn. Some people notice their shoulders relax or their jaw unclench without effort. The emotional volume lowers, giving you breathing space to think clearly. When to use. This point is perfect after reading a stressful email, before speaking up in a meeting, or when you're overanalyzing a conversation. It helps you respond with clarity instead of reacting with panic. Shenmen is subtle, so you can even press it discreetly during a call or in public without anyone noticing. Where it is, place your hand flat on your sternum, the breastbone running down the center of your chest, about level with the nipples, though it varies from person to person. You'll find a slightly tender spot when you press. That's Shanzhong. It's often more sensitive when you're stressed or holding in emotions. Why it helps. Anxiety often compresses the chest, making breathing shallow, voices shaky, and shoulders tight. Shanzhong opens this center line, relaxes the chest muscles, and lets the diaphragm work more fully. As your breath deepens, the nervous system shifts from alarm to balance. Emotionally, this point is tied to feelings of courage and stability. It reminds the body, you have space, you can handle this. How to use it. Place one palm on the center of your chest, the other on top for warmth and gentle weight. Breathe slowly and evenly. For the first 60 seconds, simply hold steady, noticing how each exhale melts your shoulders a little lower. Then begin making micro-circles with your top hand, barely moving the skin, as if softening ice beneath your palm, for another 30-40 seconds. Finally, on each exhale, imagine your chest expanding outward in all directions, as if the ribcage is a balloon, gently filling with calm air. Continue for 1-2 minutes total. What you might feel. Breath naturally moves lower into the belly. Voice steadies. The tight band around the chest feels looser. Many people describe an inner untangling, as though knots in the chest are slowly being undone. When to use. Before a challenging conversation, after hearing difficult news, or in the middle of the workday, when you suddenly realize you've been holding your breath for hours. Shanzhong is like pulling a handbrake on panic and giving yourself permission to breathe again. Where it is. Take off your shoes or loosen them slightly. On the top of your foot, between the big toe and the second toe, slide your finger upward into the groove between the bones, about 2 to 3 centimeters. There, you'll find a sensitive hollow. That's Tai Chong. It's present on both feet. Why it helps. Anxiety often pulls the mind upward, into racing thoughts, head pressure, or irritability. Tai Chong grounds this energy, drawing it back down into the body. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's linked to smoothing the liver's energy, which governs emotional flow. Practically, it helps reduce irritability, calm mood swings, and anchor scattered thoughts. It's the perfect point when you feel spun out or disconnected. How to use it. Sit comfortably and bring one foot onto your knee or lean forward to reach it. With the pad of your thumb, press into the hollow until you feel a comfortable ache, firm but never painful. Hold for 40-60 seconds, breathing slowly, then make slow, steady circles for 30 seconds, as if massaging tension downward into the ground. Finish with another 20-30 seconds of steady pressure. Switch to the other foot and repeat. Spend 1-2 minutes per side. What you might feel: a warmth spreading through the feet and legs, a heaviness anchoring you down. Thoughts that felt chaotic start to settle, like dust falling to the floor. Your gaze steadies, and breathing feels more rooted. When to use: after hours at a computer, when your mind is racing, when irritability spikes without reason, or when you feel scattered before an important task. Tai Chong acts as a grounding cord, reconnecting you with the floor beneath your feet in the present moment. You've just learned 4 powerful acupressure points that act like reset buttons for your nervous system. Each one works in its own way. Nei Guan releases the tightness in your chest. Shen Men calms emotional storms and brings clarity. Shanzhong opens your breath and eases that panicky pressure, and Tai Chong grounds scattered thoughts, pulling your energy back down into the body. Here's the truth. Calming anxiety isn't about forcing your mind to stop. It's about teaching your body how to feel safe again. Modern life keeps us stuck in our heads, telling ourselves, just relax, stop worrying, think positive. But anxiety doesn't live in thoughts alone. It lives in your heartbeat, in shallow breathing, in clenched muscles, and the fastest way to shift your mind is through your body. Think of these points as tools you can carry anywhere. No apps, no pills, no one else required. Just your own hands and your breath. 1 or 2 minutes of gentle pressure can stop a rising wave of panic. And when you practice daily, your body learns the path back to calm more quickly each time. Anxiety stops being a trap and becomes something you know how to meet and release. And notice, there is no fight here. You're not battling yourself, you're not demanding silence from your mind. You're creating the conditions for calm to return naturally. Anxiety is like noise in the background, and these points act like the volume knob. With every breath and press, you turn it down until you can hear yourself again. Make this a habit. Even once a day, outside of anxious moments, spend 5 minutes with these points. You'll find yourself calmer, clearer, more focused, and when stress shows up, you'll already know what to do. If this video was helpful, support the channel, subscribe, tap the notification bell, and share it with someone who struggles with daytime anxiety. Take care of yourself, listen to your body, and remember, calm is a skill you can practice. Breathe easy, stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next video.